This is clear as day that women are just mirroring men. And we're not going to get anywhere by doing that. You're supposed to guard your heart. But at the same time, you are not emotionally built as a woman to sit up there and act emotionally unavailable. It's like y'all do everything but leave. Y'all will bust windows, flatten tires, beat up the baby mamas, beat up the new girlfriend, dye your hair another color. But you won't literally leave.
I actually do cuss a little.
Do you?
Also, yeah.
What's your favorite curse word?
Probably.
Y'all, we say we want love, but are we actually moving in a way that attracts it? Why are so many women out here acting like Future? Like they're toxic, emotionally unavailable, and ready to get their lick back. Yet, y'all call it protecting y'all peace or the new trend of women in male-dominated fields. Or whatever it's called. Let's talk about how imposter syndrome is making us put on this fake tough girl mask and really blocking our pathways to real love, to find real love. So what is imposter syndrome? Imposter syndrome is not just at work in your career. Imposter syndrome can show up in your everyday life and in relationships too. When you feel like your true self isn't good enough, this is a clear sign that you are struggling with imposter syndrome. If you have to put on a facade, a mask, or pretend to be somebody you're not, this is imposter syndrome. And the reason I said that is not just a career thing is because a lot of times at work, how many of you guys put on your YT voice and you not being yourself, you not being who you are, like you not being, you know, what's up, girl? Like you put on a, you put on a facade a little bit to be at work. You know, it's called, what is it called? Coding. In this case, a lot of women have adopted a hardened, mentality that they gotta be tough, that they gotta be like emotionalist and, oh, it don't faze me. Like they can just easily ghost to create this like desirable persona of like, they can't be bothered. Basically, they just adopting the mentality of, if I move like a player, I won't get played. And honestly, y'all, I feel like this is just a defense mechanism because there is a rise of women acting like men to protect themselves, I guess. Like, we were going through this healing girl era. Now it's kind of going through like a villain era of trying to like act like a man. But I just want women to know out there, like, there's nothing wrong with, creating boundaries around, protecting your heart, because you are supposed to guard your heart. You're supposed to guard your heart. But at the same time, you are not emotionally built as a woman to sit up there and act emotionally unavailable. You are not built to be acting like you don't care. You not. I don't care what nobody say. Oh, I've been like that. Okay, you've been like that, but have you sat down with yourself and asked yourself why you like that? Because we know generically, biologically, women are way more emotional than men. Women are emotional creatures. Men are more physical creatures. So y'all trying to act like men and they are not bothered by that. Y'all trying to get y'all lick back. Y'all trying to be hard. Y'all trying to be male-dominated fields, and you really making yourself look bad, and I'm not saying look bad like you doing anything wrong, because I understand, y'all, like I've been hurt before, but you can't let hurt stop you from being a loving person and being your true self. This is imposter syndrome. You are an imposter. You are not this hard, tough, Future-like girl. You are not Future, baby. You're not Future. You are Sierra. Yeah. You Sierra. Say that prayer. Sierra's prayer, baby. A lot of us out here trying to be unbothered when it's really blocking us from real love, because you gonna sit up there and you gonna be this hard woman, and it's gonna be a guy that's like, patient with you, love you. And y'all, I've been this girl to where I'm just like, did I fumble a good one? Because I was trying to be hard. I felt like, everybody was like, men was out to get me, like, oh, he just want to sleep with me, or he just want to do this, like, oh no, I'm finna act like I ain't got no feelings. It's like, that's not what he wanted. That's not the case every time. Like, a good amount of the time it is, but it's not every time. And you guys, I feel like as women, instead of putting on this imposter, this mask, just give people time to show you who they really are. Because a lot of men, yeah, they toxic. It's our generation. A lot of guys are toxic. A lot of them are emotionally unavailable. A lot of them do not get the mental clarity that we get. Like us women, we be going through our healing era. We take time to get off social media. We take time to detox. We take time to, get back in the gym and get our mental together. Take social media breaks. Go to therapy. And there's way more women doing the healing work than men. So a lot of y'all are just backtracking or really putting yourself in the same hole as these unhealed men. It's really hurting you more than it's helping you. You may think you're protecting your peace when all you're really doing is pushing real love away. Suppressing your emotions doesn't make you tougher. All it makes you is disconnected. Moving like a player keeps you in cycles with other players. So yeah, duh, if you acting like a player, like you unbothered, what you think you're gonna attract? Just that. You're gonna attract exactly what you're putting out. Oh, I ain't finna take him serious because he's just a joke anyway. What you think's finna happen? A comedy, a stand-up comedy show is finna happen. Because it's a joke. Because that's what your intentions were. And also, acting unbothered makes men think you don't really care. So, a lot of y'all be like, I don't know, y'all just, it's like, how are you gonna balance out a masculine man and you acting masculine? Like, be yourself, queen. Be yourself. You're not that. You're not no hard masculine man. Like, just be a girl. Like, calm down, queen. Tap back into your real femininity and emotional maturity. Being soft and vulnerable is not weak. Emotional intelligence is way more powerful than being hard. And you don't have to mirror toxicity to protect yourself. Just move on. Y'all, one thing I've learned from like dating and stuff, rejection is for your protection. You don't always, y'all, if something doesn't work out, it doesn't make the other person a bad person. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you unfit at all. Sometimes it's just, if you're confident within yourself, you know you that girl, you don't have to be, oh, moving forward, I'm finna start treating these men how they treat me. Y'all, it's okay. Like, if you are a confident woman, you are okay with rejection because you know that that just wasn't my person. Like, it doesn't make them a bad person. It doesn't make them, oh, he don't know, he just lost the woman of his dreams. Like, baby, if you were the woman of his dreams, he wouldn't have let you walk away. He wouldn't have did all this and all that. Like, if they valued you, it's okay. Like, move on. You don't have to put on this mask to be tough. Like, you blocking real love from finding you by trying to be something that you're not. Just have healthy boundaries instead of fake unavailability. Stop acting like, oh, I ain't care. We text. Like, I just hit him up. When you know deep down inside, you want somebody that calls you. You want somebody that texts you and checks in on you. Stop acting and... Because really, it feels like a lot of y'all are starting to accept the bare minimum and say that, oh, I'm just doing these niggas how they do me. I'm not just getting myself involved. Like, I get, not getting yourself involved, like, too deep, too fast, because you want to have healthy boundaries and you want to be realistic. But at the same time, if that's not what you want, just don't invest in it. If that's not what you want, don't sit up here and act like, well, I'm not, emotionally available either. Or I do men how they do me. Like, just don't do nothing. Just be you. Like, okay, well, that's just not who I want. That's not what I want. So I'm going to go find healthier connections. You don't even have to find healthier connections, because if you're a confident woman, you know how to walk away from things that don't serve you without having to change who you are. Like, just get better within yourself. Do the work. Watch these videos. Journal. I don't know, go to therapy. Like, there's so many resources out here to where there's no excuse for, it's really no excuse for nothing no more. All that acting toxic and acting like the female future, and like you doing guys how they doing y'all, you are wasting your time. This is youth that you never gonna get back. Like, pour that energy that you using to put on this facade into yourself, into your career, into your children, into your home, into a goal. Why do y'all sit up here and pour so much into a man and getting your lick back? And I don't get it. But the girls that get it, and that's why y'all are watching this video. But this is what my call of action is to you guys today. I want you to ask yourself a few questions. Number one, have you ever caught yourself moving in a toxic way just to protect yourself? Oh, I'm gonna text other guys because he hasn't, asked me to be his girlfriend yet. So I'm just gonna text a whole bunch of other guys just that way I can distract myself, even though I know I really like him. Like, girl, no, just, find a hobby, find something to do. Like, Why are you trying to move like a guy and have a roster? My second question to ask yourself is, do you think modern dating culture is making women act like men? Well, just think about where the world is today. Like, there's just a lot of more successful women to where, you know, we are put in masculine fields and roles and having to put on, you know, we having to do this stuff for the men a lot of times. And I think that we can adopt masculine personalities if we leave them unchecked. Like, if you know you work in a male dominated field and you're over a whole bunch of men, you might have to check back in, like at the end of the day, decompress all that and tap back in with your feminine side. Still keep yourself up, look like a woman, give yourself that glamour, still show up in a male dominated facility with a feminine touch. Y'all, I'll give you this one example. Like, this lady who worked at Jiffy Lube, y'all, when I tell you, she was telling me stuff about oil changes and how to change my own oil as a woman and all that. And like, these men just standing around, like, they don't tell you nothing. All they do is come out with the air filter and be like, oh, this is your air filter, do you want to change it? It's $100. Like, tell me. Like, she came out there, y'all, she was pretty, her nails all pink, you know what I'm saying? She was the manager of the Jiffy Lube, came out there, you know, she had it cleaned up in the little, you know, waiting area. Y'all, when you usually go to Jiffy Lube, it be kind of stinking in there. It don't stink, it just smell like, you know, men changing oil. But it's just like, she had it cleaned in there, the little coffee stood up. Like, you could tell it had a woman's touch. Modern dating culture is probably making women act like men because we're having to step up so much in these male dominated areas of life in general, to where when we start dating and it's just like, dang, I gotta do everything, I gotta date you, I gotta be the pursuer, I gotta do this, when it's like, you really don't. And I think that we can't really let modern dating culture shift our values. Like, you gotta know what's true to you, you gotta know what you want. If you know you don't want to date no guy that you have to tell everything, like, you have to literally guide him, then don't date that type of guy. It just doesn't work. If he shows you, maybe you've been talking to this guy for like 2 months, then he finally, you really like him, y'all chemistry is great and everything, but he, you know, he's not showing up for you in the way that you need to. It's like y'all do everything but leave. Y'all will bust windows, flatten tires, beat up the baby mamas, beat up the new girlfriend, dye your hair another color, but you won't literally leave. Leave him alone, or you'll try to go get your lick back. Leave him alone. Why are you investing all that energy when you can be invested in pouring into yourself, investing into your feminine aura? Like, baby, go, just go chill, relax. As a woman, keep it calm, keep it cutesy. Like, you know, go do some retail therapy. Don't pour that energy into toxicity or changing who you are because you want to get your lick back. Like, no. And y'all, just tell me your thoughts in the comments. Why do you think that our culture is shifting into such a masculine perspective with women? You know, women showing up in male dominated fields. Why do you think that is showing up in dating? Why do you think that women are adopting this mentality of they have to get their lick back, they have to be toxic and put on this persona? Why do you think we're having this crisis of imposter syndrome? Let me know in the comments. And if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and of course don't forget to subscribe, because your girl is back. Okay, we got more to talk about. Let's tap in. All right, you guys have a blessed one. I'll see y'all in the next video.